Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jenny LeGrand. If you have not already subscribed, please click the button below and subscribe now. Let me know in the comments what you would like to see in my next video. And today we are going to resurrect the Naked palette. I just love this palette so much. It has some really pretty neutral colors, some cool tones and warm tones, and they're mainly, well, it's a good mixture of both, but I love this palette. It was one of my first makeup palettes that I ever received as a gift, and it's just near and dear to my heart, and I'm trying to use palettes that I already have and that you may have as well. So please stay tuned, and we'll see you in my next video. Thanks.
All right, so it's time for the voiceover. Let's see how I do. First, we're going to take the Benefit brow pencil and do the brows, and then highlight the brow bone with light sand. And that's Peach Smoothie from Makeup Geek with a Morphe brush. I'll link the number down below. And we're just going to give it a light wash in the crease and kind of above the crease just to have a nice transition. And then you just keep on doing it until you have enough of a wash, whatever you think you need. I kind of like having a nice wash throughout. So just doing the other eye. And you see me checking my monitor to make sure that I'm actually recording. So then we're going to take in the Naked palette the color Naked and run that through the lower crease area and the actual crease. And just keep doing that until you have the intensity that you want. And on the outer V area as well, and kind of concentrate most of the product there. And we're doing circular motions in that area just to make sure that it is nice and intense in that spot. And then you'll eventually work the rest of it into the crease. It's lots of blending, but the end result makes it worth it. This is the longest part of the video, so bear with me. And we're just using a clean-ish brush to blend out all of those harsh lines. Same palette. We're going to go in with that gold color, and we're going to place that gold with our finger, sorry about the focus, all over the lid. So we're going to have a nice gold shimmer lid, and then in a second you'll see we'll come back and blend all of those edges as well. And my finger, I think, does the best. You can use a brush and Fix Plus, which is what we'll do in a second, but go ahead and do the other side. And get all over the lid, because we will be going back in with the darker shades that we used earlier and blending it all out. So with that Morphe brush, we're going to go back and blend those edges. And we are doing a halo eye, so you want to go ahead and get the inner and outer corners at this point. And with the gray gunmetal color from the palette, we're going to use a small shader brush and get the inner and outer V. And same on the other eye, just really carefully work that small brush into those inner and outer corners. And then blend again with that Morphe brush and Naked. Just getting those edges nice and blended once we do the halo. Going back in with the black, just to intensify that color a little bit more, where we did the gunmetal. And just be really careful. Blending some more. That's the name of this look, is blend until you can't blend anymore. And it looks a little bit crazy right now, but once the redness and the rest of my skin is covered with concealer and makeup, you'll see that this actually does pull together nicely. And we're just blending some more. When your hand starts to hurt, that's whenever you know that you've blended as much as you need to blend. And then you see I have Fix Plus here with the Half Baked color. It's that gold shade in the palette just to intensify that color. And we're going to do that in the center of the lid. Checking myself. And then we'll do the same on both eyes. Just get the center of the lid so that you can have that pop of gold there. And then we'll go in with Smog and blend those edges together. And I don't know if it really picks up on the video, but these shimmery shades are really pretty. Gotta check myself again. And just blending those edges on the other side. And if your brush gets dry, just spray it with your Fix Plus. Okay, so lashes and wing liner are on. If you would like to see how I do winged liner, I will. There's so many other people that are really awesome at it, and I think that they would be doing you justice more than me, but I'm putting on the Wet n Wild Soft Beige foundation. This stuff is absolutely beautiful. I was so surprised when I tried this at how good it was. And I don't like super full coverage if I'm going somewhere. I actually like having a little bit of my normal skin going through, even though it's kind of red, but it just doesn't look quite as cakey. And so I'm taking my wet Morphe sponge and we're just pouncing this foundation into the skin. And as you can see, it's just magic how it made my eyeshadow actually look like something normal. But keep pouncing. And anything that I forgot to say in the actual video, guys, I'll link everything in the description box below, so you will know exactly what I used and the colors and shades and all of that good stuff. Got to get the hair out of the way. It's the worst thing in the world to have foundation all up in your hair. Okay, so next we're taking that light sand Shape Tape color and we are going to highlight the face, get rid of those dark circles. Do a little bit of highlighting and then a little bit of contouring. Sorry, I'm not in frame, but basically just putting it on my chin. And covering up a couple of little friends that I received. Hate those. And we're just going to, again, use that same wet Morphe sponge and pounce that concealer into the skin. This just really brightens up your face. It's amazing, again, how if you kind of have those dark circles and you put the concealer on, it just kind of brings your face to life. And for me, I have melasma, so that's kind of the redness that is on my skin and kind of patchy places on my cheeks. And it's caused by hormones and sunlight, but I have it pretty much year-round if I don't really watch it and wear sunscreen. So sunscreen is super important, and I think that this Wet n Wild foundation, I'm looking at the bottle and actually I don't think it has sunscreen, so... But it does say that it doesn't do photo flashback, so it'll be interesting to see how this performs when I do my still shots for this. And we're going to do some Coty Airspun powder. Powder all of the places that you did the Shape Tape, and make sure that it's nice and set so it doesn't crease. And then we're going to take the Cocoa Contour palette from Too Faced, and the two darkest shades in the palette we are going to contour with. And rendering my videos, I've noticed that they get really dark, so oops, stay in focus, Jenny, you got this, girl. And so I'm working on making it brighter so that once YouTube renders my video from my Power Director, which is what I'm using right now, that it actually looks good. So I've highlighted the background just a little bit, and it might look kind of muddy there. I see it, that's me looking at it going, whoa, whoa, girl, what did you just do? But as you can see, it's more of a shadow because once the actual light hits my face, it's just a really light contour. But whenever you turn to the side and you see the shadow, focus, girl, focus, it really does kind of look crazy. So you'll see on my still shots for the thumbnail of the video, hopefully, that it's not super crazy. I do not like having a super contoured face. I just like kind of having bronzed skin. I love bronze glowy skin. So I'm still taking that dark color in the Too Faced palette and I'm just very lightly contouring my nose. Again, I don't like a lot of contouring. I don't like it to look fake. Then contour the jawline just a little bit. Make sure all of that color is kind of blended together. And down the neck, just to make sure the neck isn't super pale compared to everything else. Check yourself, girl. Make sure you look good. You're fine. You got this. All right, what am I looking for? Stay focused. All right. Oop, I don't know what I'm looking for. Hang with me, guys. Oh, this is a Morphe contour brush. Again, I will link Sigma contour brush, and I'll link the number down below. Just kind of get a little more of a chiseled look there in the high points of the cheeks there. So that's where it's looking really crazy dark, but I promise in person it wasn't that dark. But blend all of that out because it is looking crazy. And then with the light color in the Cocoa Contour Palette from Too Faced, I am going to clean up those edges of the dark shade that we contoured with there. And do both sides. Make sure you have a nice line there. And that is a Real Technique sponge that I use for that one. And we're going to let it bake for a second. So then we're going to go in with Nars blush in Orgasm. Super Orgasm is a really beautiful blush too, but it has those flecks of glitter, so I actually like this one better because it's got that sheen. It's really beautiful, almost like I went and exercised, which I totally didn't, but we can at least look glowy like that. It just has a beautiful, beautiful sheen, kind of a peachy pink color, and it's really pretty on the skin. And this is where I realized I didn't do my bottom lashes yet, so let's make sure we don't forget that. And we're going to go back in with Buck from the Naked palette, and we are going to use a fluffy pencil brush. This one isn't one of those super dense ones. It's kind of a little bit more fluffy. I have the MAC one too, and it's a little bit pointier, but this one's good for blowing out that lower lash line. I wanted it to look nice and smoky. This is a pretty dramatic look compared to what I wear every day, so I wanted to make sure that the top part and the bottom parts of the eye kind of matched each other. So just really get in there and smoke that lower lash line out. And if you poke your eye, that's even better because then your eyes water and they turn red, and yeah, it's awesome. No, don't do that. Okay, then with an angled flat brush and focus, I'm going to take the, what color is that, girl? Smog. It's a shimmery brown in the palette, which is also so pretty. We're going to put that on top just to kind of give a little bit more shimmer. Focus, girl, focus. And just at the very base of the bottom lashes, we are going to put that shimmer shade down. And whoop, frame. And then we're going to also take the Sin color, which is another beautiful shimmer, and this is where I realize it is super pigmented. Hey, very pigmented. So focus. And I'm going to take a Sigma E40 brush and just blend that out because it was super, super pigmented and I didn't want it to be that far down. So we're just blending that in, making sure everything is okay. And then we are getting rid of that bake. So this is where I'm really, really working on blending all of that in. Make sure there's no super, super harsh lines. blending it some more. And then with the MAC Giga Black Mascara, I am going to put that on my lower lashes. Sorry that I'm not in frame for this, but you've seen people do their lower lashes a million times. So this is just me doing my lower lashes on both sides. Promise I'll get back in frame in just a second. There we are, you can see. I really like this mascara. It does help kind of separate the lashes, and for the most part I don't think that it transfers. Sometimes I have a problem with my lash mascara on the bottom transferring, but I think this one does a pretty good job so far. Then I'm going to take some De-Slick by Urban Decay and spray that face. Get rid of all of the powdery look that we have going on there right now. And fan your face, let it dry just a bit. And then we are going with Mary Loumanizer from the Balm. This is an oldie but goodie, and it is such a beautiful highlight. It's kind of a soft, subtle highlight, but you can build it, so that's what I'm doing. I am just building that color until I'm happy with the highlight. And do that little C shape there on the face, right above the blush area on the cheekbones, and same thing on the other side. Hitting the high points of the cheeks. And that is a Sigma highlighting brush in F03. I really like that one because you can stay precise or you can kind of go crazy. It just depends on what you like. I like highlight literally everywhere, all over my face. So this is where I'm doing the tip of my nose, down the center of my nose. Oops, need some more cheek highlight, girl, you know. Then Cupid's bow. And a little sheen above the forehead. I don't like doing a ton of that right there because I do kind of tend to get oily. So, you know, you don't want to go too crazy with the highlighter. Sometimes you can look oily. And I'm using that Real Technique sponge that's wet just to kind of melt everything into the skin. And then I am going to use Liar Urban Decay pencil to line my lips. Oh, tea break. Isn't that cup adorable? It's like a gold penguin cup from something Strawberry Street, and it is so cute. You can get them at Nordstrom. And then I am using the Hot Vivid Lacquer and Charmer to put on my lips. And that's whenever I realize that is a lot of that product coming out of that. So we're just going to use the applicator. This applicator is so good. I really like it. It's kind of precise, and you can get the Cupid's bow area and everything in these small crevices.
Okay guys, that concludes this look. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and let me know in the comments what you would like to see next. Have a wonderful day.